dot.com, the Reporter Newspaper Online.com. As you can see, we're inside the SAC. We're making this thing happen in Akron. And speaking about making it happen in Akron, this is the only place you should be doing it, at the SAC, the Staff Advancement Center. That means if you want to promote you and your style, call the Black Man 330-937-2632. And if you're trying to get a podcast done, you can call the same African. He's going to hook you up the same way and make it happen. Ain't that right, Billy Fit?
Yes, it is.
Hey, speaking of Billy Fit, I got to give my man a shout out. He's holding with us. If you're trying to get your gut, or what is that thing, gut be gone, or you're trying to get your situation right and get ready for the summer, fitness guru.
I'm the guy that you need to holler at. You want to look your best, you need to come to the best.
You better say it and don't delay it.
All right.
But look, as you can see, we got the lovely queens, the goddesses is in the building. I got the lovely Deborah Calhoun making it happen, Pan-African enthusiast. Hey, anything you got to say about this particular month? Black history ain't no mystery. Our story is real history.
365, 24/7. Stay woke.
Now, real quick, man, you teach at Kent State.
Yes.
You teach what at Kent State?
I teach the Black Experience 1 and 2.
That's crazy. You know, let me ask you a question. Shouldn't our people get that at home?
Ideally, you should get it at home.
Do you run into a lot of people, and especially in your expertise? Do you run into people who say, "I'm not from Africa, I'm from Alabama"?
Oh, most people say that, but before the slave trade, it was Africa. The boat just stopped in the Caribbean first,
right,
and then dropped what was left in the eastern United States.
Hey man, you better say it and don't delay it. That's what a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't know that the first stop, even in the West Indies, I'm telling you, teaching this. That's where they was doing from. I'm not gonna say that because I may be wrong because I'm so humbled we are in here. But I know there was some slave making and slave breaking before they even got here. Malcolm X said they stopped in West Indies 200 years before they even started coming over here to condition the mindset. So like you really can't get an African from the West. From the West Coast of Africa and pull him out of his reality and make him go over here and be like, yes sir, boss. Yes, that don't happen. Right, that don't happen, right? So what they do is, what they did according to Malcolm X, is they brought him over and they made a stop for 200 years. They were slave breeding, making passive people, passive Negroes, breeding fear in you. Mm-hmm. You know, the man had to actually see his wife's stomach get cut open, the baby fall out, they stepping on the bed. Fear is like that. Or they would see the woman would be pregnant, see the man get dealt with in some kind of way. So of course when you're watching that, fear kicks in. So you're like, oh my God, don't look at these people in the face. So if that's happening according to Malcolm X, if that happening for over 200 years, and then your baby's babies is the ones that's over here, you're going to get, yes sir, boss, how you want it, boss. I don't know how accurate it is. You know, his stuff was in the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, but it makes sense. What do you think about that, Ms. Calhoun?
Well, we know that the Caribbean was what I call in class slave school, because you can't make a slave. You can't make a slave. You have to create. You have to imbue them with indoctrination. We came as leaders and queens and kings of civilization. We didn't come here as slaves. We had to be taught how to be. And the Caribbean was the pit stop, the training ground, the proving ground, if you will. In fact, if you look at the plantations, the style of plantations in the Caribbean, they directly replicated in South Carolina.
Well, listen, man, when we talk about replicating something, I want to replicate my income. Was that not smooth? Damoniq'e, tell somebody what you do.
So what I do is pretty much tell people about the importance of having several different streams of income.
Okay.
The importance of having residual income.
Let me ask you a question. What's the definition of residual income? A lot of people don't know.
Woo, residual income is a beautiful thing.
Speak on it, girl.
Residual income, you do something one time and you get paid over and over and over again for it. So that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful concept.
And you teach people how to do it. Continue.
Yeah, absolutely. So much different than linear income. You know, linear income falls under commission, hourly, salary. Again, what residual is, you do something one time. Not trading your time for money. Not having to go to work and clock in and clock out to receive these residuals. You do it one time and you get paid over and over again.
You
for
ready
it.
to say it.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Getting paid when you sleep, when you're on vacation, knowing that income is coming in regardless of what you're doing or whatever is happening in your life. Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful thing.
I call that a living, live, money-making organism that you create. And give it up, man. Hey, I got the ministry and the industry here. Keep going.
Let me see. The importance of having several different streams of income. Right now, the economic system is pretty much on a downfall right now.
Okay.
people are getting fired from their jobs every day. They've been there for years planning on retiring, and then when they get closer to retirement, then they're getting fired, or life is just happening. So when you have several different streams of income, then you can kind of live a less stressed life, because you know you have income coming from several different avenues, which makes life more great.
Let me ask you a question. You from Akron or you from planet somewhere else?
No, I'm actually from Barberton.
What? Barberton?
Barberton,
Billy Smith had to break
yes.
from. So
Barberton.
you graduated from Barberton High?
Barberton High School.
Get out of here.
Hold on. They lied. They said wasn't no beautiful women at Barberton.
No,
Oh, yeah, they
that's not.
definitely
No,
lied.
that's
They
no,
lied.
that's
For
not
sure
the.
they lied.
That's not the case. It's just that Barberton is such a small city and everything, and people who live in small cities tend to think small-minded.
Get out of here, Billy.
And this woman right here is like she L.A. New York type.
mentality. For
You
real.
know?
Speaking about LA, New York, I seen on your Facebook page, you really be at all those places and stuff like that, doing your business. You do that based on networking and stuff? Go ahead and break that down for me.
Absolutely. You know what? I've talked to everybody. So kind of just touching bases what Billy said. Barberton is a small community. So people are small-minded, but I don't even think it's just Barberton. It's people in general. You have to educate yourself. You have to learn what's out there. You can't just think you have a 9 to 5 and you're going to make it. Nothing against 9 to 5s, nothing against it at all. But when you learn about the possibilities and all of the incomes and streams that you can have, then I feel like that's when you need to pretty much educate yourself so that you can
Make it happen.
make it happen.
Hey,
Make it
so
happen.
listen, you from Barberton and everything. Damoniq'e, what's your last name? Askew? What's your
Askew.
Okay, tell somebody your story, what you was telling me on what made you decide to say, you know what, I have this entrepreneurial drive, but I'm about to act on it. You was doing 2 different jobs. Tell somebody that.
Absolutely. You know what? So, went to college, graduated. I did what the norm is: go to college, graduate, find a new job, good job. I did that. I was working as a substitute teacher for Akron Public Schools. I was also working as a juvenile correctional officer down at Summit County Juvenile Courts. And a lot of times, often, way too often, I would say, I would see some of those same juveniles that I was teaching
Come on.
going to my second job. They was locked up in detention. That hit close to home to me because when I was growing up, my dad turned to the streets. My brothers turned to the streets. My nephews and cousins, and right now they're turning to the streets because that's what they know. They're following the footsteps that they know.
You better stick on it.
So I wanted to do something not just to help my family, but my community as well, you know? So I started my own nonprofit organization.
Stick on that, girl. What is it?
Because it's a nonprofit counseling and resource center for at-risk juveniles. I want to help them get into college and help them whatever it is that they want to be. They can be anything and do anything that they want to do. But I was helping them do that, helping them get off the streets and that sort of thing. But because it was a nonprofit, I couldn't fund it like I wanted to. I was struggling. I had 2 jobs, but still living paycheck to paycheck. I couldn't fund my nonprofit like I wanted to. So I literally was going home every night on my hands and knees praying, God, help me. I know it's a better way. I know it's a way for me to help my people, for me to get the word out, show people, help me get my nonprofit out there. Going home every day praying. I was presented with an opportunity, an entrepreneurship. And the first 2 times I said, no, thank you. I don't have time. I'm working 2 jobs. I don't want to hear about, being my own boss or being an entrepreneur or earning more income. I don't want to hear about residual income. I was crazy, right?
Right. No, your mindset was fixed and focused.
I was closed-minded.
Yeah,
I was
one-dimensionally
closed-minded.
thinking. That's what I call it.
Absolutely, I was closed-minded. So the 3rd time, still going home praying, asking God for an opportunity, show me something. The 3rd time, the same opportunity was presented to me, and I'm like, you know what? When you ask God for something, and He's delivering it to you, you don't really accept it, or you don't want to hear it because you feel like this ain't the blessing that I feel like I'm being blessed with. This ain't it.
You better say it.
So when I really gave it a real look and did my research and my homework, and I'm like, it makes sense. Why not get paid when I'm sleeping? Why?
Real quick, I'm gonna say something and let me know if I'm right.
Okay.
Liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. Asset is something that generates money out of your pocket. Do you agree with that?
I do agree
Generate
with that.
money. Right.
I do agree with that 100%.
Okay, look at that. Look at that.
100%.
See, I know what I'm talking about. So if you need some financial, no, I'm just playing. This is where you need to go to get your financial education. That's what she's about. She's gonna be dealing with us, AkronHipHop.com, the Mecca Media Community Network. We're gonna be taking her in the places, to your places, to see your faces on weekly. We're gonna be out there, and she's gonna be educating people in the community, because that's at the end of the day, Miss Calhoun.
Yes.
If you got some information that's gonna prove beneficial to somebody else's character, what should you do?
Well, you should follow the advice of our host
You better.
and our cameraman.
You bet. Our cameraman, I'm about to hit the cameraman. No, I'm just playing. Hey, Billy Fitz, I appreciate you, man, for doing what you're doing, and definitely what you're doing with our community about getting the cut. It's gone. Damoniq'e, anything you need to say in closing?
I just say keep an open mind. You never know what you don't know if you don't know it. Just keep an open mind.
How can I get in contact with you?
My Facebook page is Damoniq'e Askew.
Spell it.
Damoniqe. Last name is Askew, Askew. Hit me up, inbox me, DM me. Let's chat, let's talk, let's educate each other.
Ms. Calhoun, how can I get in touch with you?
Yes, designsbydebra.com/Calhoun on Facebook, or you may email me at deborahjz55@aol.com.
I'm gonna say something real quick. A lot of the Afrocentric jewels that you see me wearing, with the, that Pharaoh bracelet I be wearing and stuff, guess where I get it from? Miss Calhoun right there. She makes those. So listen, if you trying to get your conscious style up, hold, we always gotta have something conscious on. If you're trying to get your conscious degree up and look the part and represent the style, it's not a fashion, it's a way of life. And speaking about the way of life, what's that website again?
designsbydebra.com on Facebook.
Black History, February the 23rd. Black History, February 23rd.
be
Black
there.
History, all black affair. Please wear nothing but black. Don't come in there with a little decal or with a gator on there or some European playing golf on a horsey. That's not what we're doing. I don't care if it's a black tee, black pant. You ain't got to dress all up. You have to just be all black, total blackout. Billy Fish, have some fun and get something done, man. More importantly, you better film me before they kill me. Peace.